Have you guys found it hard to break into the American market? Because like Zach said, you're playing massive venues in the UK. You guys just had like a 10-year anniversary tour. You didn't even come to America.
No.
Why is that?
I think we always, like, we loved it over here. We did like two or three tours over here. And I think it's so different to the UK in so many ways in terms of like, you really have to put the time in.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think a lot of international artists like come over here and you don't realise until you do it, and you like in the back of a van doing radio tours and like drive into the, I actually like at the New York show, a guy came down and afterwards I was like, he was like, we actually met like 6 years ago. He was like, yeah, you played a karaoke bar for us like 8 years ago. I was like, I remember you. It was a chicken wing and karaoke bar. I was like, yeah. And it was like, you have to do that. Do you know what I mean? I don't think you realise that until you come over here. But yeah, we were in there with like a random family who had no idea, and I felt like we're ruining your chicken meal, like chicken wing.
Were you there for like a radio station or something?
Yeah, it was like a radio station thing, and there was like water dripping from the ceiling, and it's like the whole thing, and like the backstage was like next to the bins, and he was like, I'm so sorry, and I was like, dude, it was character building, we needed it was great. Yeah, it was good. But no, I think like on your question, we came over and spent a lot of time, but I think because we were all based in the UK as well, like I think we just wanted to like get home a lot of the time, and we always enjoyed it, but it's just putting the groundwork in for us. It was so tough, and there was a lot of other areas that we wanted to go to as well, and it's just like finding the time. I think we do want to come back here as a band. I definitely want to start doing more over here, especially because it's been so important in the album writing process, like New York in particular.
It also couldn't be more different.
Yeah.
Like the way you build a foundation here, the way you build relationships, like all that work you just talked about, like that's,
yeah.
I mean, you've been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah.
In the 10 years you've been doing this, we've seen probably 2 seismic shifts.
Yeah.
I've been doing the show for 17 years. I've witnessed too many seismic shifts, you know, like from radio, like from CDs, radio, streaming, from fucking, like, dude, the Tastemaker is no longer radio, you know? And to a certain degree, Tastemaker is streaming only to a certain degree. It's really the people, you know?
Yeah, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, it's a
Like,
totally
like
different flow.
Yeah. I think it's like, like you say, if people latch onto it, they're the ones who are going to make a difference, which is how it should be.
That's it.
It should be driven by what the people like. There shouldn't be like those powers that be that can really have an influence, and I think that's really nice. And it also gives this like it's so much easier to get to those people, and like the platforms now are like you can really lean into them in a really interesting way. I think there's a lot of like, I think it splits people where music is at the moment.
Totally.
But I think if you're an up and coming artist or a new artist, it's there's a lot you can do in a really interesting way.
So democratized now more than ever before, right? Yeah. Like anybody has the opportunity to have a hit song, whether the song is finished or not, you know, and has the ability to grab traction and really grab ears and do its thing. And yeah, like, dude, places like Amazon Music and all the other streamers, like we matter very, very, very much. But the thought of having to go back and play the Running of the Chihuahuas in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Listen, we had some great times. Oh, yeah. That chicken wing bar was great. We got wings afterwards. It was good. So shout out to them.
Were they free or did you have to pay for them?
No, we paid for them. I swear to you.
That's crazy. But
I remember it so vividly.
So on brand.
Yeah.
So exactly the way that would go down.
And it was after that, you guys were like, yeah, America's not for us.
Yeah, we were like, maybe
we'll stay over there.
Yeah.
Oh, but maybe back at home, we get Nando's that we sell at the O2 and not, like, you don't even think.
Yeah. No, it would genuinely, those, like, I think every band has those stories. Like, you should have those stories. I think you have to do that. And you're like, in some shape or form, like, you have to go and do, like, put the work in. And they also end up becoming, like, the moments that bond you so much, because we come out of that and we're like, we're tired, we've been driving all night, we've just played to a family smashing some buffalo wings. How do we see, like, but then you're so delirious and you're like, you just end up having, like, it becomes the most funny story that you've got, and it's like really bonding. yeah, as hard as it was, we kind of made the best of it. That was the beautiful thing about being in a band with like your best mates. You're like, we could be anywhere and we'd still have the best time. We literally are.